Hey guys, it's Sarah. Thank you so much for watching. So in today's video, I am going to be doing a review and demo of the Madam Glam gel polishes. So Madam Glam has sent me a couple of PR packages here and there, including some of their gel polishes, and I'm always really picky about the PR that I accept. I always want to make sure it's a brand that I would actually feel comfortable purchasing from myself, and one of the main criteria for that for me is that it's certified cruelty-free by Logical Harmony. That is the cruelty-free list that I go by. And Madam Glam is Logical Harmony approved, so I was really happy to see that, and so I said, sure, send it over, I'd be happy to try it out. I obviously was under no obligation to make this video, I'm just doing it because it seemed like a lot of you guys were interested in hearing about these gel polishes, so I'm gonna show them to you today, kind of show you how the process works and how I do them, and give you some final thoughts. So in just a second we're going to zoom in and I'm going to show you just me going through the whole process of doing my own gel nails. My nails are currently bare. But first, just to get into a few little details about Madam Glam, they are a cruelty-free brand obviously, and I believe they are either all vegan or almost entirely vegan. Their nail polishes are 9 free, which means they're free of 9 potentially harmful ingredients. Another thing to note is that I am pretty much completely new to gel polishes. This is only going to be my 3rd time doing them, as I'm doing them on camera, so keep that in mind. I'm pretty new to this. I'm definitely not an expert, so maybe that can kind of give you an idea of how user-friendly these are, because I'm really not a nail person. I'm kind of a noob when it comes to nail manicure type stuff, especially at home stuff, so that is something to keep in mind. But I am going to be using 2 of their soak-off gel polishes. One of them is just one of their from their regular line. This is in the shade Rosy Nude. It's just a very, very light pinky nude. Right up my alley. And then the other shade that I'm going to do on my accent nail, which my ring finger, is called Ring the Alarm, and this is a sparkly red, and this is part of their Valentine's Day collection. They have a Valentine's Day themed collection out right now called their Green Hearts collection. So I wanted to show you the glitter one and also just one of their regular ones to kind of give you an idea of how both work. I haven't used the glitter yet, so it'll be kind of new to me as well. The shade that I have used on myself already was the shade Call of the Wild. You may have seen me wearing this in some of my videos back in December. It's just a really pretty cool gray color, like a true gray. I had a really good experience with this one. The first time I did it, I will say the first time I did it, I had to remove it the next day because I didn't do a good job. And I learned a few things through doing it the first time and then redoing it the second time, and I think I figured out the trick is to do very, very thin layers of the base coat and the color polish and the top coat, just way thinner layers than you think you need, and to really try to keep it away from your cuticles. Those are the tips that I kind of figured out. So the gel kit does come with their soak-off base gel and their soak-off top coat gel, and then you can choose whatever gel polishes you want. Oh, by the way, one of you did ask me if it's possible to use a regular nail polish with the gel base and top coat, so a non-gel polish that you already have from another brand, with these base and top coats. I did ask them, and it sounds like that is not a good idea, just because I guess regular polishes aren't really made the same way that gel polishes are, so apparently that doesn't work. And then the other thing that the kit comes with is this little LED light. It's very lightweight and it's very small, so this is something that, it's not going to take up a lot of space, which is nice. The only complaint I have is the cord that it comes with is really short, so I actually had to buy my own extension cord just so that I could use this and not be right up next to an outlet. So just keep that in mind. The cord is really short, but it is nice and portable, so most people probably already have extension cords just lying around. I just happen to not have one, so now let's kind of zoom in and I'll show you the process of me doing my gel nails. So I actually have this little pamphlet that came from them, and I'm kind of just following the instructions in here. I've already done it before, but I just want to make sure that I don't skip any steps. So they say that the first step is to trim and shape your nails. I've already done that step. You can obviously shape your nails whichever way you want to. I did mine kind of rounded. Some of my nails are super short right now. I will say that the last time that I did a gel manicure with these, I had very little self-control when they started peeling up, and I peeled them off myself instead of removing them properly, which you're supposed to soak them in nail polish remover with a cotton ball. I was too impatient and I peeled them off myself, and I kind of ruined some of my nails. So they are pretty much grown out now, but that's why my thumbnails are really short, because I wanted to trim them down to get rid of all the damaged parts. I am like promising myself now I'm not gonna do that again, because it really does destroy your nails. Like, don't peel off your gel nails. I'm telling you right now. But they say that the first step is to, after you've trimmed and shaped your nails, then you want to push your cuticles back with the stick, this wooden stick. I'm sure you can buy these pretty much anywhere, but this is the one that it came with. And then the next step is to gently buff the surface of your nail to remove the natural shine. So I'm just using this buffer that it came with. This is kind of a coarse file. I'm gonna gently do it. I'm not gonna buff too much, just enough to remove that extra shine. Okay, so I've just finished buffing all my nails. I'm gonna kind of wipe them off with this towel right here, just to kind of get any excess powder off of them, just because I don't want that to get up underneath the polishes. This would probably be a good time to go over your nails with just a nail polish remover and a cotton ball, but I don't really feel like doing that right now, so I'm just doing this instead. So the next step is to finally start applying the polishes. So first we're gonna just do the base coat gel. We're just gonna do one nice and thin layer of this on each nail. And the real key here is to avoid the cuticle area as best you can. The first time I did it, I got too close to the cuticles and it will start to kind of peel up. Like, it won't really fully adhere to your nail if you get it too close to your cuticle. So you wanna get it as close to the edges of your nails as you can without touching your cuticles. So I'm just going to lightly apply this. This is the base gel, making sure I'm doing the base and not the top by accident. You really want to clean off your brush pretty much completely before you apply it. Oh, and see, I did actually get it onto my finger. I'm gonna just wipe that off with the stick. Make sure it's only on the nail, not the skin. And then I'm gonna cure that under this LED light, and it says to do it for 30 seconds with the LED. So I'm just gonna press that button, let it cure. Then I'm gonna do the next 4 nails, and then I'm gonna cure all of those at the same time. Madam Glam also makes a one-step gel, and it's like just the color, and you don't have to do all this base coat and top coat stuff. I have not tried those. I would be interested to try those and see if they're as good, if they last as long as these, because if so, that would be a great option and a huge time saver. So those 4 nails I'm just gonna cure all at once, and then on to the next hand. Okay, so now that that base coat is on, it is time to apply the color gel. So I'm gonna start by doing the accent nail first, because I'm afraid that if I don't do it now, I'll forget and just do all my nails the same color. So this is the shade Ring the Alarm from their Green Hearts collection. It's just a sparkly, like deep red color. This looks gorgeous in the swatch right here, so I'm really curious to see how it goes on. Like I said, I haven't ever tried any of their glitter gels, so this is a first for me. I'm just gonna do this on my ring finger. And for this, you're supposed to just do 1 coat, cure it, and then do as many coats as you need to get it up to full opacity. With the one of theirs that I used before, it was not a glitter, but I was able to do it in 2 coats. So we'll see how this works. I'm gonna try to do a really thin layer again. So there's 1 thin layer. That looks really pretty so far. I'm gonna cure that one, do the other nail, and then I may do a 2nd coat. Alright, so I made a little bit of a mess with that one, so I did kind of go in and clean it up with the stick and cure it. So that is where we are with those 2 nails right now. I think I do want to do another layer, just because I want it to be like full glitter opacity. So that's where we are now on the accent nail. I'm actually really happy with that level of opacity, so I think I'm gonna leave it at that and go ahead and do the other nails. And the shade I'm gonna use for the other nails is the shade Rosy Nude, which is just a regular finish, light, very light pink shade. I think this will be really pretty. Again, just doing a super, super thin coat. The thing about these that I've learned is, like, you need way less than you think you do, and you can always do more layers. actually just did these 3 nails just with 1 dip into the bottle. So I didn't even have to dip back in to get as much as I needed for those 3. So that's where we are with 1 coat of that rosy nude shade. I'm gonna do 1 more coat, and I think that's probably gonna be enough. The other thing about these gel polishes that's different from regular polishes that I've noticed is that you don't have to worry about them like getting dry as you're painting it on. Like you can kind of take your time and kind of move it around, like whereas with a regular polish you have to kind of like be quick about it so that it doesn't get too goopy. These, before you cure them, they're gonna stay wet, so you can keep like painting over it and getting it nice and even for as long as you need. So that's one thing I've noticed. And you do want to cure it between each coat of the color. Just to emphasize, you do need to cure it between each layer you do. So base coat, cure, however many coats of the color that you're doing, cure it between each coat of that, no matter how many coats you're doing, and then you're gonna do the top coat and cure that. One other thing that I do want to say is if you do coats too thick, it will start to actually like wrinkle, which is something that's happened to me a few times with these. This nail right here is actually wrinkling a little bit around the edges, even though I don't really think I did it too thick on that one. So sometimes that happens. Hopefully, like as I learn, as I go, maybe I'll figure out a way to really avoid that or prevent that from happening, but just something to be aware of. Okay, so there we are with 2 coats of everything, and I'm pretty satisfied with that. I think this rosy nude shade is really, really pretty. I like it a lot. And then finally, I'm just going to do the top coat, and I'm gonna do it the same as before, just a really thin layer on each nail. These polishes do have a slight smell, but it's really not as strong and chemically as a lot of nail polishes are. But it does still have a slight nail polish smell. The instructions say to cap the free edge of the nail, so like cap off the top edge. I haven't been doing that because my nails are so short, most of them, that if I do that, I'll get the polish all over my finger, and I don't want to do that, so just gonna have to be okay without it. The hardest nail for me is always the pinky because I have obviously small pinky nails like most of us do, and sometimes it can be hard to keep the polish controlled and contained within the nail. That's the one where I'm most likely to get it on my skin. Alright, so there are the nails done, finished. So yeah, I feel like 2 layers was plenty for both that glitter one and the rosy nude one. They look pretty opaque to me. I probably could have done another layer, but I didn't really think it was necessary. So that is the finished product here. I'm really liking both of those colors together. I feel like it's just a really nice, kind of soft Valentine's Day appropriate look, and I'm loving it. I'm really digging that sparkly red. I feel like that would also be super pretty for around the holidays. I'm gonna zoom back out to my face and kind of share some final thoughts with you, and then we will wrap up the video. Okay, so that was the demo of the Madam Glam gel polish process. So they do feel totally dry now. I feel like obviously that whole process, I cut it down, of course, for the video, but it probably took me at least half an hour, which is probably about twice as long as it would take me to do regular polish at home. But when I did do this last time, it lasted me a solid 2 weeks before it really started kind of growing out, peeling up a little bit. So I will definitely keep you posted on how long this wears. I know some of you did ask for a wear test as well. I will definitely update you as to how long this wears. Maybe I'll even take pictures if you'd like me to of it, you know, a few days in, a week in, 2 weeks in, just to kind of show you how it progresses throughout that 2 week. They do claim that it lasts 2 weeks, so that's kind of what I'm hoping for. And that it was pretty true to that the first time I did one of these at home. So I'm pretty pleased with the whole process. I feel like even though I do have to like set aside time to sit down and do it, you do have to be a little bit more careful and like focused when you're doing this as opposed to just regular nail polish. So it's a process, and it definitely is a little bit time consuming. So in return for that, you're getting a much longer wear time. It's not gonna chip. If anything, it might start to kind of peel around the edges after about that 2 week mark. So, but yeah, I definitely will get back to you on how long this lasts, but I think this is a beautiful little nail look for Valentine's Day. So like I said, that Green Hearts collection, that's the red sparkly polish that I did on the accent nail. That is just I think it's just a Valentine's Day exclusive collection, and I believe it'll probably only be live through, I think she said February 16th. So I will show you the other polishes from that collection that they sent me. So I have Organic Lavender, which is kind of just a really, they're all super sparkly. This is kind of a pink sparkly one. Then there's That's the Spirit. This one has pink and blue and like orange. That one's really colorful. I can definitely see that one being really pretty for summertime. Make a Difference is more of like a magenta pink. All of these are just like really super chunky glitters like the one that I have on. The collection has a lot more colors. These are just the 4 that they sent me. If you do decide that this is a brand that you want to try, I do have a discount code. It's Kitty Approved 30. And then for February 14th through 16th, they're actually offering 40% off for the Green Hearts collection, and for that it's Kitty Approved 40. All of that information will be listed in the description box. Of course, you know, no pressure whatsoever. That's just kind of FYI. Those aren't affiliate codes. I don't get any money in return for them. It's just kind of as a way, if you were interested in trying the brand, the discount code is there in case you're interested. So yeah, those are kind of my thoughts on the Madam Glam gel polishes so far. I think I'm going to continue using them. I may even purchase some with my own money because I've been enjoying them. I might like to try some other colors. I think that if you're not wanting to go pay and get your nails done at a salon, and if you want to make sure that everything you're using is cruelty-free, if you were to go to a salon, you know, you never know what brands they're using, you know, whether or not they're cruelty-free. So with this, you don't really have to worry about that because you're doing it all yourself. You know exactly what products you're using. So I think it's pretty cool. If you're kind of in the market for a gel polish, I definitely do recommend them. But anyway, that has been my experience with Madam Glam so far. If you have any questions, if there are any details that I didn't cover in this video, definitely leave a comment down below and I will certainly get back to you. But that is all for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.